They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so
All right, clap it up. Welcome again to another, Brave podcast.
And I understand that it is only so far
Yeah,
military
so yeah, but you know,
and not necessarily.
yeah, man. So we have Officer Fatoz Abadawan with us, you know what I mean? My name, and me, Officer Kayadwan from ISUPK Jamaica, and this is the Breakdown Podcast, you understand, where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and Central America, you understand? And you know what I mean, we have the situation with the strike that took place, you know what I mean, in Negril at the Royalton Hotel, where it is said that the workers were prevented from drinking water and the jobber was fined. You understand? That came from one of the guests. You understand? We have that story. And we also have a breaking story, sir. You know what I mean? Of Israel attacking, you know what I mean, Iran. Just a while ago, basically, a couple hours ago. So we have a touch point.
That's another strike.
Another strike, another one cancer.
So we're dealing with strikes tonight.
Yes, strikes and strikes, you know what I mean? Of two different nature, you know? So remember to like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're watching on. You understand? All right, so what you say? What you think we should go first?
Royalton.
Kind of one can.
Can't touch Royalton first.
All right, so we have an article, sir. We have an article. Now, you did a break up a while ago here. I don't know if it's you or me. Maybe I'm me. Maybe I'm my internet.
I wasn't hearing you for a while.
I think it's me.
Let us pack up still.
I think I'm me, sir. Yeah.
I
Yeah. The same thing me that say. Like my internet.
you hear what I saying? I might have to
And now
jump
there's
out.
a delay because of it.
Okay. I might have to jump out,
No,
you
I know
know.
you, sir. I mean,
No, I'm saying I might have to jump out to fix something. So not right now though. I'll let you know when.
okay. Can. All right. So we're gonna jump straight into it. All right. So we have an Observer article. 1 second. Let me get it on the screen. And it says tourism ministry, other agencies to meet with disgruntled Royalton and negril staff Wednesday.
No. Okay, all right, go on.
It reads, Jamaica, senior members. Salakia, go ahead. You say something?
I was about to say something, but I'm gonna let you read that.
You say something, sir?
I'm gonna let you read what you're reading first.
Okay, can. Can. Sir, we have a delay, so the delay seem like it you know what I mean, that affect the communication. All right, but my signal per my end seem to be giving problem. So me go jump out when me see it come back so I can fix the delay and come back here. All right, but in the meanwhile, me I go and read. It says senior member of Ministry of Tourism and related agencies are expected to meet with the management team and some staff member of Royalton Negril on Wednesday in an effort to iron out issues that led to Monday protests by staff. We will have a meeting with management and some staff member tomorrow, senior strategist advisor in the Ministry of Tourism, Delano Steve Wright, told Observer Online. On tourism, Senator Janice Allen issued an urgent call for dialogue between Royal Committee management and staff. According to Allen, the strike stems from long-standing issues that have significantly impacted employees' morale and working condition. Senator Allen noted the concerns raised by the staff, including in poor condition in the staff canteen, insufficient treatment and support from management, low wages, particularly for line staff and supervisor role. Ongoing challenges relating to contract work arrangement. She is a guest at the Royalton, and she's saying that they are not allowed to drink water. You understand? I'm understanding that it's the water that them reserve for some of the tourists them as well. But you know what I mean? In my opinion, would I say if the water is there and it's accessible, you know what I mean, why prevent them and find them feet? But I'll play the tape, you know what I mean? In the meanwhile, remember, like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're watching on.
No sound, no sound.
All right, let me fix that. Let me just jump out now and come back in. You know what I mean? Sir, just you can go and take over until me forward back in.
All right. What first scripture we're going to touch? I'll go and find it.
All right, me have Ezekiel 34 and 2. The shepherds of Israel. But give me a second, let me jump out and forward back in, sir. 1 second.
All right. Right. So, right here we have Ezekiel 34 and 2. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. So this is referring to those that are above us. Our own people that is over us are called the shepherds. Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, woe to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? Right. That's the thing with our those who are over us in Jamaica, They get fat and thing, but they're not really
Right.
busy with the workers. And TVJ since night. They have the bite of the week every Friday night. What was the bite
Yeah,
of
got
the
on.
week? What was the bite of the week this week? One of the guests from the same hotel here was actually on the side of the workers, and he was saying that he has been
Got on.
coming to Jamaica for a while, and the hotel staff and the Jamaicans, them never a dull moment. So if it
Got on.
reached this stage, him saying, so if it reached this stage, it is really, really bad. So,
Yeah, got on. Yeah,
believe
because
when I
Salak,
heard
yes.
that, Salaki, when I heard that, I was saying, wait, I can't remember when I ever hear that hotel workers strike.
It really happened. Really.
Really? When was the last time you hear that?
Probably a good while ago, sir. But as me say, like
I
you
can't
said,
remember.
really.
I can't remember one instance where I can say, yeah, that hotel they did, them worker did strike already. I can't remember. Probably in the time before all inclusive come in and thing. But it's a rare occurrence. Hey, give me 1 minute. I'll jump out and come back. Give me 1 minute, like I said.
Got one concert. You know what I mean? And like what Sarah say, it's a rare occurrence when you hear hotel workers, you know what I mean, striking. You know what I mean? I know something where you hear happen often. As me I say, I think one time I ever hear over the news that some hotel the worker them strike, and you know what I mean, based on my recollection. But you don't see it every day. And like what the article said, is for long-standing issues, meaning the people the workers were, you know what I mean, they were bearing all of these concerns for, you know what I mean, for quite some time. I know it said Senator Ali noted the concern raised by the staff, including inadequate food provisions, which we find out said the canteen situation at Royal also a problem. You understand? And the food that was served. You know what I mean? And I was about to play this tape from this guest. I'm going to play it right now. So, I will come back to the scriptures where Officer Abadaw and they read a while ago. But we're going to play this tape. See? So you can understand that what our people was facing at these hotels. And guess what? It's not only just Royalton alone. Because for the most part, our people will bear every and any You know what I mean? Problems that we have on our you know what I mean, on these slaveries. Because we need these jobs. You know what I mean? Even though the wages are minimum wage, we bear all the concerns, all the safety issues, you know what I mean, which enough of these slaveries, you know what I mean, them not pay attention to safety issues. You know what I mean? Them just make it slide. You know what I mean? Some of them will train you about safety and then breach the same safety. You understand? Some of them, like in the case of Royalton, have food wasting. Like you can't bring home food that them know where them are gonna dump. Them are gonna dump the food after everything is all said and done. Good food, you know what I mean? And you can't bring it home to feed your family, even though the wage is so small. Which if you could bring home some of this food, it would cut your cost of living. You understand? Things where them dispose of, you could use, you know what I mean, in your daily life or could cut your cost, them now gonna allow you if you can take it home and all of them things they are rare. You know what I mean? So one thing what me that say before me play the tape, sir, coming about to play the tape. See?
Yeah, yeah.
When me I realize enough of them slavery is sometimes it's not even about productivity, you know. It not seem like it's about productivity because if it was about productivity, you would have give the work of them, you know what I mean, things to motivate them for work.
True.
Things where don't come at any additional cost to you because it's already you're wasting.
I think they even take away the tip from them too.
Yeah, and
Tell the workers, the guests, not to tip them.
yeah, then where you want the people them do, it's like you try to tell them say the $2 an hour where them are earn, which is $300 an
Is
hour.
enough.
It's enough. And then now waste them have to watch you now throw away food. You know
And
what I
come like
mean?
a slap in. Hey, you know, I heard you. I think me hear you said this before we came online about that same thing. The throwing away the food.
Kind of one concept.
You know what it bring my mind back to. I have a friend who used to work on farm from I was a little boy that a way back in. All right, me not that old still. Probably before me born. But he used to work on a sugar cane plantation. You know the sugar cane plantation, an old slavery plantation. But this was in the time back in the 70s, late 70s, 80s, right? Early
Yeah.
80s. And him say,
Kind of one concept.
he remember him doing some work on one
Kind
of
of
them
concept.
plantation. And I think they were making repairing some canals. And you know, you have the mango trees. They used to use mango trees and kind of line some parts of the farm, the cane farm. They used to line the cane farm with fruit trees,
Kind of one.
mango, ackee, or coconut. And him say, remember him there one at the farm, and they may have some mango, some big mango, then called beefy mango, then nice. And when mango time now, then said them the farm, the man they will own the farm, they will come and pick some of the mango. Might. But the majority of the mango them will drop on ground and waste. And he said one day man in lunch, you know, he hungry and him take up one of the mango. And just as he take up the mango and I put it in his mouth, one of the man them come in and say, spit it out, spit it out. Don't you not to eat any. And I went to throw it away. Man say him look on that man and
Yeah.
even though he hungry, I think he say he must go back the next day or whatever. Come and say, hold on, man. I real slave for this. So when you say that, say they not even want them eat none of the food that they are going to throw away. It brings me back to a thing now where I say, hold on. That means they have the hotel industry is run from half slavery.
Yeah, it appears so.
Same.
You understand?
Same slavery.
Yeah, hear me, sir?
Yeah, me, I
Can
hear
one
you.
cancer? Can
I
one
hear you.
can?
But, okay. I was wondering if you're in the show, 'cause I don't see you on the screen. Okay, okay. But
I
you
mean it,
know,
sir. I mean it. Through your talk, me just put you on the screen.
no man, as long as you were in the thing, I was wondering if you were saying something and you're not there. All right, so I start
Okay,
now
yeah,
on
man, me understand.
that little incident now make me start to wonder now, say, so all the modernization and thing where them bring in with the industries and thing. Not basically you ever hear the sense that the more things changes, the more it remain the same.
Can one can?
That is so true. And it brings me back now to the point to the scripture where the um where is it again? Is in Isaiah where it said, and the people will take them.
Can one cancer? Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14. I think it starts from 1. Where it says, for the Lord will have
Can one
mercy
can?
upon Jacob. Right. Verse 2, Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and maids. So you know, so
Can one can?
this is what we are in this kingdom. Slaves, just servants and handmaids. And
Yeah,
they
can one
shall
can?
take them captives, whose captives they were. So we are still in captivity. The only difference
Can
with
one
this
can?
captivity now is that they widen the scope of which you can travel to. During slavery, you could only travel on your plantation, so you better know your plantation. Now,
Can one can?
now they move the chains. You can move. Well, that's why you have what you call visas, which restrict where you can go, and if they want you to
Yeah,
go at X place, and you find that the places that you can really go are still places that you are still in captivity. And people
can
look
one
and say, people might look and hear me say this and look and say, that is a lie, man. You can't go anywhere you want. But really and truly, you can't go. You can't afford to go.
Yeah, and you
So
can't go without them permission.
without the permission.
Without,
So
you know what I mean?
it's like them
Yeah,
show you. This is like a glass ceiling effect, you know. You're looking at the sky and you say, well, see the sky there, we can go up there if we want. But really and truly, there's a glass ceiling blocking you. You can't really go up there. And that glass ceiling is restriction of movement.
right.
And that is what is happening. Them in the hotel industry, they are risk. If they were going to tell us that, all right, we're going to throw away this food, but we're not going to give you, then that is showing you that you know you are being restricted.
Can
You
one can?
are you're not even being treated as a poor person in the
So like,
scripture.
yeah. So like, yeah, you're being treated less than the dog because even the dog get the chew away food.
All right, if we go to Leviticus 23 and 22, you realize that um Leviticus what?
23 and 22.
All right, you realize that this is how poor people is treated. Leviticus 23 and 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, which means that you can't reap your field
Right.
and reap everything. Neither shall thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest, meaning the ones that fall to the ground. You can't reap it. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the strangers. So the hotel workers are treated less than poor people.
Right.
They are treated as slave treatment that the hotel say they more throw away the food, but you can't take none. Because in God's law, if you have the food, it can be eaten, but the guests them never use it, and you're not going to use it for the next day. You're going to prepare fresh food for the next day. So you're going to throw away this way up. But you can't give it to the poor. That means what? It's a slave plantation you're running, man.
Can.
You're running a slave plantation at and Royal, how do you mean? Royalton?
Royalton negril.
I wonder which set of people them own it.
And sir, to add to your point as well, we did have a similar scripture up, Leviticus 19 and 10, the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, you know what I mean? It's almost like them don't really care about the productivity. It's just to make sure so you know your place and to keep it, you know what I mean? Keep you in some kind of, I'm not gonna say bondage, but make the work hard. You understand? Like the work have to stay hard for you. You understand? So
yeah.
drink
So that
slack, yeah.
so that you come back to work because
Yeah.
you need the money.
You need the money because anytime them probably start give you food now, probably you can save some money. You know what I mean? Probably I don't know. Them just want it feel like slavery. You have to do it under hard labor or some kind of thing. You understand? I understand them workplace. Benefits where you would get at some workplaces as well, like things where would just make you happier for the work. Them take away all them things there. Them deprive you of them something there. You know what I mean? Enough workplace can attest to this. Allowance and them thing the way in the thing and already and thing there. You find out so them just take it out tight and you don't know where the money they gone in, but it gone.
It's a luxury resort,
No, I not talk them, but you talk different workplace. Like other workplace.
I understand what I said, but I said, I was just reading something on them. It's a luxury resort,
Yeah, man.
It comes under, you ever hear about the Marriott?
Laugh, sir.
It's a set of hotel. When you have Passover, at the Jewish man, they own them set of hotel. That's all we can tell you.
Eh?
There's a Jewish man, they own them set of hotel. That explains it. It's small, that's one. That explains it.
Can.
And if they protest too hard, they might just drop a bomb on them down there, so they better mind what they want to send some drone on them. These men are not. Sometimes I wonder what kind of heart some of these them rulers they have with it. What is the logics? What the logics behind all this?
I don't understand it neither.
Yeah. If you throw the food, if you don't want to go through the gate with it, tell them say, yeah, well, you can't eat it, but you have to eat it. And the compound.
You understand?
And you can't eat it while you're working. Give them that kind of rules then. So they know they have to wait till when time for them go home, then go sit down and they eat it. Or
bring home or whatever.
I mean, they carry home some.
Yeah.
I understand. I might see with the part where they don't want to go through the gate with it, because then maybe you can go differentiate between the one with the more throw away and the one with the more take out of storage. So they will take food out of storage and say, a food I go throw away, that's why I carry home. I might can see with that part. But you don't want them eat it any at all, not even on the compound.
Can.
So what is it? But this is why that choice of them doing something which is not regular thing to be done. That's why the tourism ministry getting involved.
Can one can. And
But we
partly
should
because lose money, so that yes, sir.
right them well the country are gonna lose money and lose because Jamaica depend on even though we get approximately 4 million stopovers per annum, a lot of these are recurring customers, people who come here. If they not come every year, it's not the first time they come. When I
Yeah,
check the
can.
first time people ever, it's not a whole lot. It's the people who come here and have a good experience and say, "Boy, trust me, I come back." You understand?
Can one can.
So the fact that they are saying the ministry will get involved, then you know, and there are ways in which they could allow them to carry it home too. Because you see, food we are going to throw away. You know where it normally go?
It end up a river. I assume it end up a river tan dump or something. End up in the garbage. Or it end up back on the road that sell or something.
No. It normally end up in the garbage.
Yeah, yeah,
One
yeah.
time gone. One time gone. They used to link with pig farmers.
Oh, can one can.
And pig farmers used to come and take it and use it feed pigs. I don't know if them do the same thing again. I don't know if they do the same thing. But I can tell you this. They say them all inclusive there one time they have, if they do even a 3/4 capacity. You see when breakfast, lunch, and dinner time and then put out the food, it's not normal. It's a lot of food. And it's a all you can eat thing for the guests.
Can.
And the food where them put out normally the guests them can't eat it up. Because the variety is so much. And well, you have some time them put out things like things you can reuse. Like you might put out some little carton of milk or a little carton of juice or something that they might not use.
Yeah, can one can.
Those would go back on the fridge and you go out again on next time. But like the juice, and when I see a juice fountain, them one they not most time don't reuse. They might throw it away. Plus the food where you cook, if you cook food, that now go on fridge. But you have a guess where you're already not paying them anything. Why not allow them to eat that?
Right.
Right?
Can one can.
And like I'm saying, I would like to hear their side as to why them do that. What lead them to make this decision? Is it that we just naturally wicked, or things don't use something in the past that cause me to do this? But this is what we get for switching to these foreign hotels. We already did make our name with some locally brand hotels. Why we kill out for local brands for these international brands? And the worst thing, the only thing the international brands they have, is more extravagant food, more extravagant water sport, but the people touch is not there. The tourists them used to love to come to Jamaica, and well, like I tell you, a lot of tourists used to come down to the south coast here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Travel all the way from the north, you know, tour buses or whatever. And they also come to the south coast, and they also stop at wherever location them stop, and tourists come out on the road, chat with people, buy one coconut, buy one thing they always love the red stripe and the Pepsi. I don't know, Jamaica Pepsi tastes different from the Pepsi abroad. They used to love the Pepsi at Jamaica. Pepsi, red stripe. Few of them like Coca-Cola, but Pepsi was the main thing. And Dragon Stout. Some of them used to like the Dragon Stout because they also say, well, we don't see this thing over there and it's nice. And you know, all of a sudden, you know, all inclusive, them little trickle down the cut, and then you go and complain about crime.
Right.
So when you cut them kind of trickle down thing, you know. I remember Porous used to be a place used to line out with fruits because tourists used to come down to go to Milk River Bath, and they used to stop along Porous and buy fruits. We the locals used to drive through Porous and see fruit. Them and I say, well, what about buy the orange? We can't buy them because US dollar price. I mean, you can buy it if you want, but they're going to sell you for, say, 30 Jamaican dollars when a tourist giving them $2 US, $3 US for the same thing. And tell them, say, oh, it's nothing because we pay more when we're in the hotel or so.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, the little common man used to get something out of tourism. And you want to tell me now, say, not even a good job the common man can get out of tourism. What is it that they are promoting in the island? What them really want to see?
I must say this remind me of Egypt, sir. You know what I mean? It have to be
Egypt,
you know,
all over again.
All over again. You understand? It have to be that them just want to make life hard for the slaves them here in Jamaica.
Just like Egypt. Remember in Egypt, the only reason for making them the labor difficult was just to keep us occupied.
All right.
Because we said we want time off to go in the desert to keep our holidays. So I can't see another reason for them making things becoming so hard. Every single thing that lead to where we are at now was deliberately done.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to tell me, say now, they can make a missile so precise that you can fly it from point A to point B over thousands of miles, and it precisely hit the target. And yet still, you are telling me that the actions you take against us is by chance?
Right.
No? It was precisely calculated.
Right.
We want to achieve this, and in order to achieve this, we are going to do this. Right? It was precisely calculated. It's not by chance that we are where we are today. Which is why, in the truth, we tell the people, come out of her. You can't fight them. You can't take up arms against them. Right? You can't. It don't even make sense to sit down and mope. Just leave them alone. Recognize that you are in captivity. When you cry, cry unto God. Wasn't that what we did in Egypt? We cried and we make our cry unto God. We never cry unto Pharaoh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, just to say, you know what I mean? That's why when them tell you that hard work pay off, and you know what I mean, there's this thing about how you just have to work hard. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense because the harder you work is like, you know what I mean, did not carry, it not get you nowhere. You
You know,
understand?
we
Hard
were
work.
we were hard in Egypt.
You understand? We work hard in
We work
Egypt,
hard
we
in
work
Egypt.
hard in a slavery. We're gone, you know what I mean? What?
Yeah,
Just
even the slavery just the other day, yeah?
yeah, we work hard
We
then.
were
So
hard workers.
you
Which
understand?
was why the English Empire grew so much. Because we were hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, not even a thank you, you don't get it. You don't
Right.
get you weren't getting salary, and you not even a thank you. The other day they had the Commonwealth summit, and the news say not even an apology for slavery.
Right.
I think the king said something like Commonwealth countries should learn from their past. Which made me wonder what the hell he mean by that, because there's two things you can learn from the past. You can learn that don't trust them,
Right.
and you can learn that when you when you don't go their way, then they have organization like the CIA that is going to come and destabilize the economy. So is he saying to our government that learn from the past, so you better listen to we, or we're going to destabilize the economy? Or is it that he's saying learn from the past and make good negotiations? Which one is he saying? I mean, their words is just as smooth as butter, but their words are darts. Because as simple as him said, learn from your past. You don't even know what exactly he's saying. And that could be a dart to you. Because you know go take up and say, all right, this is a learn from our past. So yeah, this is what we want. That's what we want. We want this, we want that. And next thing you know, you see your economy start get destabilized, and you wonder, what really are going? Because with all the arms also we see going on and all this, IMF is now saying, okay, the country is poised to grow this year and next year. So is it that in order for the country to grow, then you have to do things like these?
God.
What if another leader who come up like a Michael and start to say, all right, now the economy has grown. Give XYZ to the workers. Then they're going to do again. Destabilize the country all over again and tell us say a communist weapon. When you are hungry and you try to fill your belly, that make you communist. When you are oppressed and you seek freedom from oppression, does that make you communist? When you're working and you're thirsty and you want to drink water, does that make you a thief?
Right.
What kind of system are they promoting over us?
And Salakia, sir, if I may, things like this turn people in a thief, because if you have the things them in front of them, you know what I mean, you pay them poor wages, you understand? You deprive them of them basic rights. You know what I mean? You make people want thief. Like when we realize that them slavery are in Jamaica, sir, you know what I mean? Them give the bare minimum, and then it's almost like them are pushing in the direction of stealing. You understand?
Right. Which is
Salak,
another thing from slavery again, because
I don't want
they
gun.
used to keep you in the home. See, like the house slaves. Remember now, the house slave was the one who cook and everything to the master. And you still couldn't eat none of the food, you know.
Gun, I want gun.
You know how he could have eat, it's like the master eat and left, and the food you have to throw away. You might can eat out of that.
Yeah, gun, sir.
Which means these hotel workers are treated worse than even the house slave to back food.
Gun, I want gun.
So what they really promote? You're rich
Gun
already.
again. Like what you said earlier, sir. Egypt again. You understand? Egypt again.
Egypt all over again.
Can one can.
All right, you can jump to one scripture. Give me a minute. Let me jump out and
Yeah,
come
can
back.
one. Exodus where, you know what I mean, where Pharaoh, and this is similar to where go on at Royalton. You know what I mean? Pharaoh, what Pharaoh did when Moses said, you know what I mean, the Most High said, making people go into the wilderness and worship him for 3 days. Then, what Pharaoh did was, Pharaoh said, yo, we too idle. You understand? Pharaoh said, look, here, man, instead I want to get the what you call it now, the straws them for putting at the brick. Because I know the bricks them at that time make with straw and thing. Instead of giving us the straw to make the bricks, Pharaoh said, go and go look on the one straw. You understand? And as a matter of fact, make sure to meet the same deadline that when you used to make bricks, when the straws them they provide for you. We did the book of, you know what I mean, Exodus chapter 5, where we start at verse 6, and it said, and Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, verse 7, ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick, as herefore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. Verse 8, and the tail of the bricks, which they did make theretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, let us go and sacrifice to our God. And that is what we should do, like what Officer Abada wanna say. You understand? We go in and protest, you know what I mean, to the government. Well, all right, we now say nothing is wrong with demanding better wages. You understand? Demand a better wage, but when we were in Egypt, who we cried to was our God. You understand? We cried to our God because certainly them heathens that were over us. You know what I mean? What them really want to obviously is just make your task harder. You understand? This was the same thing where it happened in Egypt. Where Pharaoh said, here what, man, instead of giving the straw to make the bricks, me now give you the straw, you have to go look the straw and make the bricks. You understand? The same thing go on a Royalton. Same thing where you can't drink water upon the work. Water that, you know what I mean, is there. You know what I mean? Water that is in excess. You can't drink it while on the job. Even though you drinking the water with the finish, so do your work better. You understand? Them now go give you the food because the food will make you cut your cost of living. Or, you know what I mean? It just seems like it's only there to make you work harder. You understand?
Right, because I mean, in my line of work, maybe it's my line of work because I can't see through what they are doing. Because in construction, what you generally do, you see like things like that, water. If you have ever come on in one of the bigger sites when we might have, you would have seen one orangey glue we put out most times, which have water, which means rather than I work off go wherever to search for water and lose production time,
yeah.
there is the water right there.
Can.
You go there, you drink the water and you go back to work. So what they really promote?
Simple. Because at the end of the day,
they're really promoting.
You understand, sir? At the end of the day, them a benefit from it, But it seemed like them already so far ahead when it comes to riches that them can afford to make the slave them suffer and cut productivity.
And still make money.
And still make dividend. Because even on my slavery, sir, you see where them not bring the water till a certain amount of time. And the work tedious, like every hour you would probably want some water every 2 hours. But them not bring it till way down, you know what I mean, down the line when you're ready for go up and break. You understand?
Yeah,
so
because
you have to leave You have to leave, go for water if you want water. And
Right. And cut production.
it cut production like what you say, sir. So it don't make no sense for them. It don't benefit them. Cause it don't give them more work. You know what I mean? It don't give them more productivity. Then it must be just to make you as the slave suffer. I must that.
But you see the thing with the all inclusive, the money is collect in full before the guests come there.
Yeah, can one can.
So
they make them profit already.
They make them profit already.
Can one can.
So whether you give the guests the water or throw away the water, the money make already.
Can one can.
So, but more to see what the ministry involvement going to bring out. Because for the hotel, I've heard you hear hotel workers them mumble grumble but I never hear them strike.
Them cup overflow.
Yeah, that is what the same guest. I guess who them a foreigner get the bite of the week. That is what he was saying. Basically, he was saying them cup overflow because it's a set of people where them work and them know said them the guests know said then they not take care of them, but them never they not complain and them make the guests them feel good. So must be something wrong this time.
Yeah, man, and
they can't take it no more.
Kind of one concern. And like what you bring up, it could be all the tip situation. Saying it could be that because even though you work the minimum wage, say, boy, if you get this amount of tip and that amount of tip, it can make up back and rare. But you see, if the tip cut out and it depends on how stringent them is, because me understand say, them a charge them to them a fine them. So them a cut in at them pay as well. So
they little nothing.
So like I say that again, sir.
Them cutting in the little nothing that them getting.
Little and nothing, can. You understand? So if you prevent them from get tip and then you are cutting upon them pay, it come like a man a come and work for nothing. Coming to work, I come out a year expense, like it a cost you for even come and work. And we are gonna find out, sir, in a many of them slavery, that is the case. Coming to work is like coming pan a ends come hang out. It is of no profit to you, none at all. It don't benefit you, none at all. You only at work, if you come back at work, and you're in debt because you're coming to work. A man, nowadays, sir, a man come at work because if him stay in a community, he might go dead. He might go get in a problems with people and get up in a badness and dead. So he come at work.
Yeah.
Prove that already, pan, you know what I mean? What a location where me that work, where over the weekend 2 man dead because, you know what I mean? Them just never there work. You understand? So the situation I like that a man does come at work because if him don't come at work, either police are gonna lock him up or him are go dead. But I know because the work I make him no better.
I make him better. But and when it comes to things like curfew, and curfew in the community and he can show a work ID.
Can one can.
It's better for him.
Can.
No, say, you can say, you're working man.
Can one can.
Yeah, man. Because remember when we were doing some things in Clarendon here, and the curfew.
Yeah, can one can.
Even in a farm.
Yeah.
And we used to could have drive, go in, pick up the workers and come back out. And even drive going after curfew, during curfew without any problem. Because they realize you are working people.
Yeah, can one can.
A lot of times you use that bail you out. But I mean, up on North Coast, so them not have curfew, You go place when they have curfew in Montego Bay, it's only in certain localities, You never hear a curfew in the tourist areas, So when you say curfew, them I wonder what that. Then probably I wonder if I want dance name. So when they need to go teach the tourists a new dance when they're in curfew. You understand? They don't know those things. Because, which is why I always say crime is control, man. But the government must know what them is it that all right, they have made these companies rich and them collect a lot of tax out of it. Can then get some taxes out of the all-inclusive hotels. But what is it that you are now providing for the ordinary people out of this multi-million dollar, as a matter of fact, it's a multi-billion dollar industry now that you call tourism. So you have this big industry that you call tourism. What is the people making out of it? There was a time when bauxite was the biggest foreign exchange earner. People used to make money with the bauxite because bauxite workers used to be the ones who control the money. A man who used to run a bar used to glad to see a bauxite worker come in bar. Because what? They must spend money. Not so again. Not so again. And I tell you, many of them bombs where you see them a drop up in the Middle East, you know, where America making same bauxite.
See our bauxite I make it.
Yeah, our bauxite. They like food bauxite, give them the best bombs. Yeah. Because Australia have a bauxite pit, which is probably larger than Jamaica, the entire island of Jamaica. And yeah,
the quality different.
But the quality different, and love Jamaica bauxite more than even that one. So the bauxite must give them better bombs, man. But then they can give some more money. If you have so much billions of dollars take up again, the country then will fight war. Give us something, man.
Right.
Give us something out of this.
Exactly, sir. May have one more scripture. We have Jeremiah 2 and verse 14. And it says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You understand?
Yeah, because we think we can't do without them money.
Yeah, kind of one cancer.
And for most of them people of the center, if they start going to some, you know what is our blessing as a people? Sheep rearing. Yeah, man, we need to go back to that that's why it is good to know your lineage, because your lineage comes with so many things. What is it we are blessed with as a people? Sheep. Well,
blessed as shepherds. You know?
Yes, shepherd. They're from the time we were in Egypt until we come out of Egypt. You know, cattle, like and cows, but not even so much them they like the sheep. Sheep was one of we cornered the sheep market when we were in Egypt. From when Joseph he tell them say he set up, he say, all right, tell them that the Egyptians and we not really mix, because the Egyptian them make them feel them superior. So give it our little part now where we can go raise the sheep and things. Because we are sheep herders. And we get to corner the sheep market. Which market we corner today? We corner no market.
None.
Yeah. So we need to study the Bible, see what we were good at, see what make us fall as a people, and we just start doing the things where we're good at. We're still gonna waste time with them people here who tell us they can't even drink water. Anyway, it's a developing story. I want to hear more. I watch them on what the ministry. One year what the ministry will come out with. I would like to hear what the ministry is going to come out with. All right? You there, Officer Kayadwan? Right. So, I mean, our people, we just need to really, when we say to our people, say, come in the truth. But you see, the thing is, because we are so intertwined in religion, we think that, ISUPK is a religious group. We're not, way of life. What we profess is the way of life of the Israelites. How we relate to each other, how we relate to God, our relation to God and to ourselves. We were the only set of people when take and say, you are a separate people unto me. From Genesis all the way down to Revelation, nothing changed. And if you don't me reading Revelation with the kingdom of heaven, even the gates, even the people who will be sealed before the kingdom of heaven come, which is happening now, is from the 12 tribe. It's not from everybody, right? So we need to read them things there and say, all right, what is it I can get into that is going to make my life prosperous as an Israelite? It's not everything. Farming was our strong point. And like I said earlier, being shepherds, that was one of our strong points. And if we understand how to control the pests, we can plant as well. But, and stop selling ourselves short with these people who don't even want you to drink water on the job. This is more than selling ourselves short. All right, I want to switch to the next topic. Hear what Officer Kyle was saying. What happened? The scripture that we had was what again? This one was Isaiah. Hey, Shalom.
You hear me?
Come.
Yeah, jump back in short and computer freeze up a while.
Okay. All right.
I started it. So give about 5 minutes.
Yeah, my one do the same thing the other day.
Well, you still
Yeah, and then I'm start get old. All right.
so yeah, line it up.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. In the book of let's see what. All this finds in Isaiah, where him says, Son of Man. All right, let's go. We can read this. Let's go to easy. This one is Ezekiel. Let's go to Isaiah. Go back in Isaiah 14. All right, because this is no joke, When the Most High says, we shall take them. Yeah, the Most High know what him saying, that him going to make we take them back captive. Those who have us captive, because we are not but captives right here. And, all right, if we go to Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 3. Where it says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage without thou hast was made to serve. You can't look here. We tell you that you are not but slaves, you know. You think you're not in bondage.
Right.
But you then at work where you can't even drink water.
Right.
You know, one of the other good scripture to draw, Deuteronomy 28. One that tells us in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things. Serve our enemies. This is how you know that you are an Israelite. Because the Most High did tell us that the day that we diss him, this is what is going to happen. Right? Deuteronomy 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Right. So, I mean, we believe that. I'm going to put on this one instead.
Yeah,
we think. Oh, you put it up?
Yeah, cancer. See that.
We believe that this is talking to some people which is dead out or in the sky or something. Is you same one here on earth? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native. Who else? You see them white people serving, working for anybody in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things.
Right.
You don't see that. Who is doing it? You see the Chinese doing it? It's you. And that is what this demonstration in Royalton, one of the richest chain of hotels, one of the rich chains of hotel in where negril. It's all about
Royalton.
Yeah. Belong to a chain of hotels which no poor hotel no any other chain there.
Right.
There are some billionaires. And if you could see their books, they probably have a net income wherever again. Gross income is where you check everything before you minus tax and everything. They probably have gross in the trillions as a group. The gross in the trillions. But the Most High did tell us that we go and serve our enemies in hunger and in thirst. And that is the two main things what the demonstration is about. They say water, but maybe why they don't mention great deal about the food. You kind of look bad to see a demonstration for food.
Yeah.
So they said, not even water they don't want us to drink.
So like sir, part of them protest was them eating them canteen situation as well, you know. I'm not really sure what was, if it was just the condition or what they were serving them as well too. That was part of it. So like
Right, but the water part become the dominant thing.
Yeah.
Right? The waves more.
Can.
So I said, no man, into the day and age, you can't have people are protest over food. Right? So they said, it's the same news media then. Well, the news media work with the system still, so
Can.
they work against the system. So then just say, you know what? Let's keep it to the water. let's keep it to the water. Because by keeping it to the water now, you know, it look bad, but it can be that you say you don't want them to take water breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But really and truly, them working in hunger. Yeah. Everything we can go on.
So like I say, sometimes all the food where them a give, if them provide lunch, it not sufficient, you know what I mean? It not a standard neither. You understand? All them thing there. So you never know.
Probably substandard to where they get the guests.
The guess, can.
I think we can segue into the next strike.
Can.
From one strike to the next.
Yeah, the next strike.
Next strike now.
Probably should have named that show, yeah. You know what I mean? Double strike. You know what I mean? Because here you had, you know what I mean, the large people. Here you have the large people of the strike because of being oppressed over here. Well, the most time make our oppressor and them enemy. You know what I mean? Well, the oppressor strike him enemy. Hopefully them strike back. So this is all the most time I go give us justice for all of the suffering where we suffer over here. You understand? World War III. You understand? And the destruction of this oppressor's kingdom. You understand? Remember to like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching on. This is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America.
All right.
Israel is striking back on Iran this evening, following an attack from Tehran earlier this month. They in Iran, as there are reports tonight of explosions happening and being heard.
Salakia, sir. You see green screen?
I'm seeing the news.
Yeah, hear me, sir?
Yeah, man.
All right. I hear the audio good, right?
Can.
All right, can.
Inside the capital city. I want to go straight to CNN's Jeremy Diamond, who is live for CNN in Israel. Jeremy, obviously, just a few days ago, we had both been in Israel. We were waiting to see how Israel was going to respond as officials had been meeting. What you're hearing on what the IDF is carrying out tonight?
Well, Caitlin, the Israeli military is indeed confirming that they are carrying out what they describe as precise strikes on military targets inside of Iran, as we are getting these reports of explosions being heard in the Iranian capital of Tehran, and also seeing some quite dramatic images of plumes of smoke.
Yeah, all right. Then it go go on like this, sir. So best for us don't play too much at it as well, you know. Yeah, computer move kind of different.
Still hearing it, but it turned green screen.
Yeah? Say that again.
I said I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, all right.
So maybe
it go do that, sir. So you want me to continue play?
If it take it out and put it in back, would it change?
Sir. I go just go back to the same thing.
All right, you can take it out. Take it out.
You want me to send you?
All right, yeah. Put it in the chat. Let me play it from mine.
Yeah, can. I wonder if them bug the computer with a virus or something. But just send it through the chat. You know how we are show too much. You know what I mean? You know some strange things happen on this channel. So like, yeah. But just send it to you. Eh?
I talk like joke. Some strange things happening in they send it to you in the private chat.
Can.
All right, something about a StreamYard thing come up with them.
StreamYard?
Yeah.
All right.
Them,
Try.
them monitoring the thing, them, man.
Yeah. All right, sir. Guess what we did? Guess what we did?
Yeah,
Me upload some short videos, YouTube short videos.
right.
And you see all of the video them about politics, they mute them. Like the video them would have shut and get some whole heap of views and then them just mute them.
Mm.
Everything pertaining to politics, they mute. So me I wonder if a target with, you know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Which, I don't know, maybe them, we still have to start watching them more then.
Yeah, can.
We start watching them more. And be diplomatic in how we speak.
Yeah, can. I'm going to find some new words to use, you know?
Yeah, man, because our job is to get the words out to the people. We're not holding guns, the amount of gun thing we are going and thing.
Following an attack from Tehran earlier this month, they had vowed to respond and retaliate. We are now seeing that happen as the IDF says that they are hitting military targets in Iran, as there are reports tonight of explosions happening and being heard inside the capital city. I want to go straight to CNN's Jeremy Diamond, who is live for CNN in Israel. Jeremy, obviously, just a few days ago, we had both been in Israel. We were waiting to see how Israel was going to respond as officials had been meeting. What is the latest that you're hearing on what the IDF is carrying out tonight?
Well, Caitlin, the Israeli military is indeed confirming that they are carrying out what they describe as precise strikes on military targets inside of Iran, as we are getting these reports of explosions being heard in the Iranian capital of Tehran, and also seeing some quite dramatic images of plumes of smoke over the Iranian capital. Now, we don't know the exact nature of these targets or how many military bases the Israeli military has been striking inside of Iran tonight, but Israeli officials are taking pains to emphasize that these are only military targets, that they are not striking at any energy targets, nuclear or oil facilities, which we know had been considered by the Israeli government earlier in this process. I do expect that we will get a fuller accounting from the Israeli military of the targets that they struck and the number of aircraft potentially that appear to have been involved in this strike. What I can tell you from speaking with Israeli officials is that this decision to carry out these strikes on military targets was the process of weeks of deliberations within the Israeli security cabinet, as well as weeks of consultations between Israeli and U.S. officials. One Israeli official describing this to me tonight as a, quote, very diligent decision-making process. Another Israeli official telling me that they went after targets that, quote, posed a threat or could pose a threat to the state of Israel. Admiral Daniel Hagari, the Israeli military spokesman, in a video statement tonight saying that Israel has the right to defend itself and that it is now prepared for all offensive and defensive scenarios. But for the time being, Israel's Home Front Command has yet to make any changes in its guidelines. And for now, the situation in Israel is effectively normal. Caitlin.
Yeah, and Jeremy, I should note, we have heard that President Biden has been briefed. He's in Delaware on this. Of course, the U.S. had been advising Israel on how to respond, trying to kind of restrain what that response would look like, whether they were striking military targets, nuclear sites, oil facilities. Do we know how much that factored into the weeks of planning that you were just talking about for this response that we're seeing right now?
Are you coming towards the end of your career? And you're starting to worry that you've run out of time to build?
There's no question that it was a...
Well, all right, the pause that the little. You know that they well, I don't know if Iran go and downplay it or what them going to do. But what Iran has said, give the impression that if they strike Iran, they're not even going to talk like we're going to retaliate and blah, blah, blah. They might just retaliate.
Yeah, can remember that.
So, but we know that these are essential for, it's essential for us to not be working for these people and can't drink a glass of water. It's
Right.
essential for us to be work for us to be not be working and see our employer throwing away food and we are hungry and we can't get it.
Mhm.
So these wars are essential for our freedom. And you know, all our brothers and sisters in places like Riot, just know that this is how it is, right?
Mhm.
What is
Gone on.
happening in the Middle East and the various wars in this world is essential to free you from the pains that you are actually going through.
Right.
And just like it's in Revelation, where the spirit of war is unleashed. And this, I don't know if I have that scripture line up.
Yeah, sir. I have up the Medes against them.
Come again, the one?
We have Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17, and it said, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it."
Right. So the most I, well, you know, most I is indeed stirring up. Well, Iran was stirred up against them from the time when the state of Israel was formed.
Can one can.
As Iran has vowed to wipe them out. And say you will not grind stay there and be no state. I mean, Persia, remember, yeah, Iran, the same land, is the same set of people, even though it's a different regime, Persia. The
Yeah,
Persians knew
Medes and
who
the
we
Persians.
were.
Yeah, the Medes and the Persians, you know what I mean? They were together.
Yeah, Iran
Can one.
were Persian. So maybe them one who take over Iran, and form this regime with them. Maybe I mean them descended from, you know.
Can one can.
It could be.
Yeah, I think you probably have a mixture, same way.
Yeah, and some of them Palestinians they could be descended from the Medes too. Because a lot of them Palestinians we are look on, they don't look like Arab.
Some of them can, for real.
Yeah, a lot of them look like Arab, They look more like the white man.
Yeah, can one
Some
can.
mixed blood, so them some mix up with it.
Mhm.
So some descendants of Medes must dead down in them region there. In the same way that you have descendants of the Israelites in those regions, right? But the Mosai is steering them up for a purpose.
Can one can.
And well, if you want, we can even draw Jehoshaphat, Battle of Jehoshaphat.
Can one can. Sir, may I have the one where you reference a while ago? Revelation
Right,
6 and 4.
right.
You want me to pull that now?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Can one can. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 4, and it said, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword."
Which is why I know that this war is going to end only in nuclear.
Right.
And I think America know that too.
Can one can.
Yeah, I was watching a video since week. You remember when America bombed Yemen?
Recently.
Not recently. The time when they team up with England, with the UK, and go on a
Okay.
bomb raid with the Yemeni. Well, they use B-52 bombers. B-50 you know the purpose of the B-52 bombers?
Them used to drop the nuclear bomb.
Thank you.
Can.
So they use the B-52 bomb and fly it all the way from America. It's one place them park, you know, and that is in America.
Can.
So they use it fly from America to bomb places in Yemen when they have other bombers which could have do the same job from other bases which are nearer to Yemen. So the analysts were saying, these analysts were saying, is it that, you know, they were doing something which is only the B-52 could have done, which they know, the analysts know, say that's not the case. So it must be a case of preparing. It's like you're doing a dry run for something bigger.
Okay, can.
But they know, right in the Middle East, you know, I think more the Middle East than Ukraine, them bomb are gonna drop it.
Yeah.
It's like when they drop two bomb on Japan in World War II. They are going to think that they're going to drop a bomb on one or two or three bomb in the Middle East there, and the Arabs are more quiet.
Yeah,
Because when they drop the bomb on the Japanese, you know, the Asians them just become them turn soft soap.
So like them turn from samurais to anime characters, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and them thing there.
And what they call them in a must be Thailand, lady boys.
Can. Some little punk rock, effeminate men, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
They bomb the masculinity out of them.
Can.
They won't try the same thing with the Arabs.
Can.
And that is what Revelation is talking about. When they say in his hand they put the great sword. We know that sword is the nuclear bomb.
Right.
All right, so you have Joel up. All right.
Can. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. It will also, Slakia, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Slakia.
No, you want a more clearer explanation than that.
Right.
I mean, the parting of the land is not just the Israeli and the Palestinian. The land have been parted before that because where Saudi Arabia is, where Jordan is, all those is our land.
Right. Can. Yeah.
Yeah, and parts going further up where the northern kingdoms used to be. Yeah,
all of Jordan, Lebanon, all of them.
Yeah, so then part of the Most High land. All of that is the Most High's land.
Can.
It's supposed to be one big piece of land.
Or in other words, like what Officer Abada wanna say, our land, that is where we come from. Slakia.
Exactly. So, you know, and when God plead, you know, you think that God plead by coming to beg you to do anything?
Mla.
Guess what? He pleaded with us in the desert.
Yeah.
At the time of Moses. And what did that? What happened when he was pleading with us?
We get the ras pop Slakia.
In layman terms, that was exactly what happened. Just like you know, when I look up it, I get trouble.
Yeah.
I have a little, you know, family member who no mince word. I see him when I'm telling you, you go and do what you do until you pop your ass. Yeah?
Can.
Well, it's the same thing with what happened with these nations down there. So they can go ahead and jump on their Arabs and believe that, you know, God going to be on their side.
Right.
Most I say on a part my land is the two of me against and I go and gather all I'm going to gather all nation down there. It's one thing going to cause all nation down there together, you know.
Can one can.
They are going to come down there to the aid of Israel.
Right.
So one side going to come to the aid of Israel and the next side going to come to the aid of the Iranians. That is how they are going to fight it out. And
Right.
they're going to fight and fight and fight until the Mosai intervene. Yeah, man. When the nuclear start drop, we know say, yes, that's it. And guess what? Them want to start a war with the Iranians before the next election. You know? So that who is coming in? The next president of the United States will come solve a war.
Mm-hmm.
But the next president could also be the one who them think when them say the Antichrist and bring peace down there. That it can also be that the war just stop and peace. But we know that peace is man-made, won't be lasting. That could be the case. But from the looks of it, Netanyahu, who is so wanted by the courts in Israel, and who the courts seem to go and cut him a slack because him doing what they want him to do in terms of bringing the Arabs to their knees. Him take up the mantle there and him can't put it down, you know. Anyone put it down, him will go to prison. And we'll go to prison for something different. The charges where they have over him. So him have to come off as a wartime hero.
Can one can.
And that is exactly where the most I want them. So the next president who think him going to bring peace, that peace might just be short-lived. And the peace probably break out before him leave office again, and then the next thing you know, it just turn out on big sword. Right?
Can one can.
But one thing we know, if the Democrats remain there, it seems like they don't trust the Democrats, you know. The Israelis don't trust the Democrats. They think they are soft soap. But in any case, it all leads to one thing: taking us out of our oppression.
Right.
Right. You have another scripture?
La, sir, that was it.
All right. So, we can close then with gather yourself together.
Because
while that is happening on that side, what should we on this side be doing?
Can.
We are to gather ourselves together.
You know what I mean? And that scripture, sir, you know what I mean? What we just read a while ago, notice the most I said, you know what I mean? He might go plea with them for his people. You know what I mean?
Sake.
So, you understand? Yeah, for our sake, and our people should make this fly over our head. You know what I mean? For the same reason why you're over, you're that royalton or you're doing any slavery over here and you're suffering and you can't understand why you have to be suffering like this. Just know so the most time you might go play with them nation on your behalf. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Kind of one cancer.
Right. What do you think they want on our Middle East? It's more wealth, you know.
Kind of one can. Kind of one can. All right, sir. This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. And it says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desire.
Nation not desire. I mean, if you work at Royalton, you don't need a binoculars to look for the nation that is not desired.
Right.
It's you.
Can one can.
You can be working somewhere and can drink liquor water there. Can't eat the food with them out show. Anyway, you're working and them out dash your food and they don't want you eat it. You are not desired.
Right.
You are not desired. That is why you can't eat the food that is to be disposed. All right. So, anything from you?
Last, sir, just to tell everybody watching, remember to like, share, subscribe. You understand, depending on the platform that you're on. We keep classes. Of course, we're the ISUPK Jamaica and the Commanding General Yana. We're here with Officer for 1000 Abadawan and Officer Kayadwan. We keep classes every Sunday 3 p.m. So make sure to subscribe to ISUPK Jamaica and follow us on TikTok and every social media platform. We keep classes also on Wednesdays. You understand? Of course, this show, you know what I mean, is every Friday at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. And classes Slackia on Wednesdays are at 7 p.m. And with that, this is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, sir. Yeah, man.